set the strategy, we've picked outside counsel, we've prioritized which marks matter. Now we're into the implementation phase, and you've related that there's a fair amount of expense associated with maintaining marks, especially when we're in a multi-jurisdictional situation. What's involved in maintenance of marks, and what really drives the expenses and effort level there?
Well, the filing fees, really. I mean, once you obtain your registrations and you get into what we call the maintenance phase, there are these are government registries, and they have fees for every time you need to file a particular document. That's the main expense. I mean, the attorney or paralegal expense at that point is, it's there, obviously. It takes time to file these documents and to maintain a docket. That's another important reason to have outside counsel for your trademark portfolio, so that you're not having to worry about, the 12 deadlines that are coming up next month for, these various registrations in different countries. You want you want your outside counsel to have a good docketing system, a good trademark paralegal who's going to make you aware of those deadlines, file them, pay the fees for you. And so it's less the attorney expense as it is the just the filing.
So once you get the marks filed and you're maintaining them over time, then you've also got to enforce them, right? What's involved in enforcing copyrights and trademarks?
Well, I'll speak about trademark first, because it is a requirement in order to maintain your trademark rights in the United States. Certainly, one has to enforce their trademark. If you fail to enforce your trademark rights, you are in peril of losing those trademark rights. But how do you enforce them? I mean, there are times when just competitively you're going to, understand your market. You'll be able to find someone that you consider to be infringing your mark. However, things could be happening that you're not aware of, particularly with filings on the trademark register. You're not necessarily going to know that someone has filed for a mark that's confusingly similar to your own. And so one of the things that I recommend to our clients is to utilize a watch service. And this is a service where we engage an outside vendor who can watch the register in the US or worldwide. You can choose your countries. They can handle, here domestically or internationally. Watch the registers to see who's filing marks that could be of concern to you and your rights. You can also watch what we call the common law, which is just uses out in the marketplace, but not necessarily folks who have applied to register their marks. And when you receive these notices on a regular basis, and someone, whether it's in-house or, you send them to me and I review them for you, we review to make sure to be aware if there are any marks out there of concern. And then you are able to consider whether or not to take action against that particular player. It is so important that we've negotiated here with our vendor to provide all of our clients a 3-month complimentary watch service, just so that the clients will understand the benefit of understanding what's happening out in the marketplace, so that you can be proactive and not wait until you happen to run across a particular infringer or someone who you are concerned could be infringing your trademark rights. There isn't something like that for copyright, although, if you are a photographer, for example, there are things available on the web to, crawl the web and look for other uses of your photograph, for example. So there are other ways to go about it. But the watch notice is certainly something that I always recommend for our trademark clients.
We've certainly seen a lot of uptick in people's enforcement of copyrights around photographs.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons, photographers certainly, have rights to profit off of their work. That's why we've got a copyright system in the United States. And they are being more and more proactive in finding uses. And I think even users now are starting to understand that, not everything on the internet is free. But it still happens, and photographers are standing up and enforcing their rights.